the Coin Hunt 2 is one of those really different hacks. In fact, firstly, it looks like something that would have been made on an NES. The graphics look 8-bit, unlike most of the ROM hacks I've played. And the main premise of this hack is not to just get to the exit, it's to collect all the coins before the time runs out. So yeah, just run around and collect every coin. You have a really simple premise. It's really short, as the levels are much smaller when you're collecting small amounts of coins. The levels are way smaller than usual, and you'll notice something. You have two playable characters, Mario and Luigi. In the original Super Mario World, there were only subtle differences between the two. In this one, however, it's a huge difference. Luigi jumps way higher than Mario ever would. So all the stuff that Luigi could probably do, some of the stuff that Luigi can do, there's probably stuff that Mario cannot. You can't pick up shells, but it's not the end of the world. I guess it makes it a little more difficult in retrospect, but it's not that much harder. The stages get progressively more complex as you keep on going through it, but there's nothing too huge. Oh, as you can see, Mario can break bricks with his head. This is the one thing Luigi cannot do that Mario can, while Luigi can jump way higher. It's these subtle differences that make these characters play out very differently. Oh, and when the shell touches a coin, you can pick it up too. It's another nice thing. From what I see, there's no lives counter at all, so I'm willing to bet that you have infinite lives. I mean, there was no life counter at all, so I don't know if it decreased. I'm willing to bet that you have infinite lives in this one. Not like there's really much to worry about running out of lives. You can just get save points, like, every once in a while, or find a place to farm infinite lives, and it's not even an issue. Sometimes it's as if you may not even have a life counter. Not after too long, I find myself at the castle. This is a multi-part level where you're constantly switching between Mario and Luigi. It has different music, but it's kind of long. And yeah, one-hit deaths, if you didn't notice that already. There were no power-ups, so it's pretty much one-hit deaths. But then again, there's not too many enemies to even worry about at all. So the one-hit deaths isn't that scary compared to some other times I've seen it. In fact, it's pretty much reduced to getting coins. That's pretty much all this hack is at this point. It's a really novel concept once you strip everything else and just leave them with the coins. Sure, there's a few enemies, but not as nearly as many as you'd find in most Mario hacks. Okay, now this is just a race to the finish against that one coin. Even when you have stuff like this, the author still tries to be original. The author still tries to do something different, even when it's reduced to much simpler game rules. So there's less you can do with these. As I said already, it's a long level and doesn't have much in the way of checkpoints. Only at the boss do you get one. Okay, that was close. And then here's the boss. Bowser. Except you can't interact with him at all, and he can't interact with you. The only things that can interact with you are the coins that you need to get 5 of, and dodge everything else that's coming after you. So you pretty much need to get the coins, and dodge all the boulders that are falling from the sky, and the flames that are coming from the side of the screen. And apparently you switch between Mario and Luigi as you do this. Yeah, thankfully there's a checkpoint there, because it would be pretty annoying to have to redo everything else again. Okay, we have 3 coins. Just get 2 more, dodge everything, and then we should be laughing. And that'll be it. Come on, just hang in there. It's just getting coins. Literally, the whole premise of this hack is getting coins. Even the boss fight. And somehow Bowser just gets KO'd after you get 5 coins. Like, I don't know how that happens. Congratulations on getting all the coins in time and for some reason beating Bowser once more. Yeah, even the author was unsure why Bowser just dies after you get 5 coins. You can now move freely on the map and press start to switch players. See if you can find the 2 bonus levels. Essentially, to find the 2 bonus levels, it's really not that hard at all. The only thing you need to do is get Mario and Luigi to go to the other sides, the opposite sides of the map that they started. So everywhere that Mario went, Luigi should go and check for an exit, and everywhere that Luigi went at first, he should go to Mario's side of the map to check for an exit. For example, Mario could not have possibly made that jump, while Luigi could not have bumped those bricks with his head. But I don't know which character he's supposed to play as for each of these secret levels. Let's just send Mario here and figure out what happens. So this level is a random generator one. Oh boy. And it's auto-scrolling, so you have to keep up with the level as well. Using randomly generated bullet bills, and of course, one-hit deaths still. This level is apparently going to take 250 seconds. Oh boy, this is a long one. Except the only annoyance with these bonus levels is that you don't know exactly, it doesn't say which characters you're supposed to play as. I'm just assuming it was Luigi for this one and Mario for the other, because you needed Mario to reach that bonus level, and Luigi to reach this one. I was just assuming, and I didn't even know for sure. It has vertical level wrap like some of the pipe levels in Super Mario Bros. 3. Except it's still simple to enemies. The enemy setups are still really simple and elementary, as in there's very few enemy types in this hack at all. There's probably the Koopas, about the Thwomps, and I really can't think of much else. There were probably a few others, but I might have forgotten about them. Really, there are like maybe only like a handful of enemy types in this ROM hack, unlike most, where you're seeing all kinds of different things. Which really does say something, considering there are very few enemy types in the hack overall. It just goes to show you that simplicity can be good if it's done right. The Coin Hunt 2 uses mostly 8-bit graphics, unlike Super Mario World, which is 16-bit, though Super Mario World's graphical style is relatively simple too. I think there were like only the Koopas, the Thwomps, and Bowser and all the projectiles he dropped in terms of enemies. Other than that, I don't think there were any other enemy types at all. 8-bit graphics and that just goes to show you that simplicity can be really good if it's done right. Much like this one. The simple premise of collecting coins, very few enemies. Like most of the rules of the game were probably cleared out and just replaced with the main focus of getting the coins. And it was executed really well.